In general, everything that they need, Houston pretty much has. We've got plenty of warm weather. We don't have too much freezing and things that chickens can't withstand. And we have tons of bugs. Chickens love that. And also plants grow year-round around here, so it's easy to grow food for your chickens or make that happen for yourself. I think it's pretty easy to raise chickens in Houston. The laws are relatively lax, so it's pretty comfortable thing to do. If I was also just looking for the mites like we were looking at earlier, the vent is a great place to check. Generally you can tip the bird forward and they'll kind of lift their tail. This one doesn't do it as silly as the last one. Oh, there you go. Give you a little lift. Lift the tail and blow. She has a little bit of poop around her vent, but it's not all crusted up or anything. It looks like she can still poop just fine. I was very surprised that the neighbors were all really cool with it, and once I started having chickens, I started finding out that a lot of people I know have chickens, and a lot of normal people even have chickens, you know? It's not just the farmers or the heavy gardeners or the weirdos or whatever, just the lawyers, they're having chickens too. I think it's really growing and it's popular. She's got some crusty stuff all over her face. Y'all see that? I don't know how well you can see it from a distance, but she's totally got crusty stuff over her eye over here. I happen to know this bird's been eating watermelon, so I'm not worried about this stuff because she just sticks her head all up in the watermelon and then rolls around in dirt and now has crusty stuff all over her face. It's pretty normal out here. So I think it's for everyone who desires a little bit more homesteady type of lifestyle. Obviously not everyone's into that. I know some people who wanted a garden planted and I helped them plant it and they're like, but I don't want bugs. Well, so I get there are those people too. They would like the concept, but don't necessarily want the things that come along with it. And for those people, I would recommend interacting and joining a CSA or something where you're a part owner of those chickens, you know, and you can go visit those chickens. So I think, yes, backyard chickens are for everyone. It just might not be your backyard. It doesn't have to be, at least. I actually see a mite on the bird, which is normal. Like a mite on the bird isn't like I need to go freak out. If I looked at there and she was crawling with mites, I would freak out. And so since I looked and I saw this one, I might decide that when we're done with this fire, I should probably take the wood ash from the fire and go put it where she dusts at so that she can roll around in it. And the birds will naturally mite free themselves and lice free themselves. All the nomenclature's on the labeling telling you what the chickens were fed or what vitamins are in the eggs or whatever. You don't know the lives of those birds. And I think that might be the most important thing to me, is that I want to do something that I don't have to feel guilty about. So to me, that's the biggest benefit, is having birds that are happy. And I think that truly does give you a more nutritious product. I think there's a value to nature doing what it wants when it's time. You wouldn't want to force the seasons, or you don't want to force those kind of things, but we force our food. We force the seasons on our food. They literally put lights on the birds to make them think that there are 12-hour days going on in the winter and things. We're faking it, and that it just can't be healthy. Knowing where your food comes from, that's a really popular topic right now, but it's really important. That's why it's so popular. It's dying, unfortunately, and so we've lost the connections with our grandparents. No one's teaching us the simplicities of life anymore, and that might be the only way to get it back, you know, to plant a seed or, you know, go gather an egg from a nest in your yard or something to that effect.
Por tanto, pues ahora sí mi vida, porque como dice por ahí, dicen los mexicanos, yo ya voy más para allá que para acá. Mi hijo apenas está empezando, tiene 19 años.
Their rights was police officers beating them with batons. And in the 2010s, when black youth, brown youth, when queer people are standing together trying to fight against the system of brutality, police officers are still killing us.